Now we'll be proceeding ahead, and I would be starting. I'm trying to cover the two topics today: vendor evaluation, and second thing we'll be covering is output management. So another thing is there our system is down. There is some major fallback. There's some major interruptions happen in the system, and the data center has gone down. So the team is working to bring the system back. Okay, it will take one day, full day. They are saying that to maintain it and replace some technical components which has went bad. It would require the full day. Okay, so today system would not be available. So whatever the things I would be explaining you, I would explain today theoretically. And the system part, either we can see it in the next week, or I would be sharing videos with you where the system parts you need to go through it. So theoretical explanation, I will do it for the vendor evaluation and the output management today. And in the system, you would be able to see, I will share the videos with you. You would be able to see through the videos because we don't have a system working as of now. Okay, if you have any question from the previous session, you can ask it now. Otherwise, we can proceed ahead. So first, let's start with the vendor evaluation, and then we'll proceed ahead with the another topics. Okay, so let me ask you that what is vendor evaluation? If anyone wants to throw some light, you can try to throw some light. What is vendor evaluation, and for what purpose we use the vendor evaluation? The question is, what is vendor evaluation, and for what purpose we use a vendor evaluation?
Based on the certain characteristics, we are deciding where we are rating the vendor or evaluating the vendor as A, B, and C, making sure like which vendor is better, having prompt in the delivery, who's prompt in the price, and the quality of the material. Like based on all those things, we evaluate a vendor.
Okay, okay, that's right. That's right, Alex. Let me. Yeah. I have another answer from Ridula also. Performance of vendor rating, time of delivery, and uh, all of the things from the business. Okay. So first thing we are going to discuss here that why do we need, why do we have a requirement of vendor evolution? What Mridula has said or what Alex has said is very correct. I will elaborate a little more, and then we'll see that what is available under the vendor evolution. So the first thing we are going to answer is what is a vendor evolution? Why we need a vendor evolution? Any company who is implementing SAP, what is the need that they need to go ahead with the vendor evolution? So that is what thing we'll discuss first. The why part. Why vendor evolution is required and what is the purpose of vendor evolution? So basically, the why vendor evolution is required. You know that we have a companies, and in your company, which would be getting a supplies from multiple. Let's say these are the vendors who is supplying multiple goods to you. Okay, and in your supply chain, when you are producing these goods, and then you are delivering it to your customer, what you want to make sure that the customer does not get impacted. Whatever the customer demands and the commitments you have done, you are able to fulfill it. But we are living in the full ecosystem of the supply chain. We are playing a role here to make sure the customer has been supplied, but we also have a dependency. So whatever the raw materials, we cannot produce each and everything by ourselves. We'll be having 100 or 1,000 of vendors supplying direct and indirect materials, which can have a key role to make sure the customer deliveries has been, we are delivering a good quality to the customers, and we are also delivering on time to the customers. So the customer performance is highly depend on your vendor performance in your supply chain. And the role of the vendor is now more important because of the optimization we are doing. We are doing optimizations. We are also doing cost reductions, right? So what is happening with optimization and cost reduction? The stock which we try to keep with ourselves, we are minimizing this stock. Okay, to minimize the inventory cost, we are minimizing that stock. We are more depending on the customer. That customer would be, we are more depending on the vendors, that the vendor would be supplying us, and then we will be able to supply ahead. So in this supply chain, if you want to make sure that the disruptions are lower, you need to make sure you are depending on the vendor, and you need to make sure that these vendors on which you are depending on, they are performing well. You need to